going on, everybody? How are you? Welcome back to the Swamp News Network Breaking Report. So I've got some new information, guys, and thank you to one of our subscribers for sending this to me. As soon as I get stuff from people, guys, I like to share it. So I'm doing a breaking report. We've got some images of what looks to be a missile being thrown down upon Nashville. It's hard to see. It's not confirmed. It's just another avenue. I just want to share with you guys. I just want to see what you guys think. And I'm getting lots of, not lots, a lot of you are like, hey, thanks for what you're doing, dude. And then there's like a few of you who are like, get your tinfoil, you're an idiot, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So these are the sheep who watch mainstream media and think that everything is just cut and dry. We must listen to our leaders and they just would lead us in the right direction. They would never do anything wrong. Guys, you're idiotic and stupid and naive if you think that there's not a deep state, and you think that there's not people behind the scenes pulling the strings, and you think that bombings like this aren't planned out and false flagged by our own government. You're stupid. So stay out of my comment section. You can watch my videos all you want, but don't come at me and say that you think that I'm a tinfoil hat, I'm an Alex Jones, because I'm questioning this. If you don't agree with me, give me some info of why you don't agree with me and what you think I'm saying is wrong. Don't just say, go get your tinfoil, bro. Okay, well tell me why you think that. Give me some explanation as of how I'm wrong for what I'm saying. Please, any of you, people who are in my comments, let me know. Anyway, now we're going to move on to figure out what's going on here. So check this out, guys. Alright, guys, what is going on? We are back. Thank you to Nurse Bratchett for sending me this. And she sent me here this website that I've never seen before. I had no idea this person exists. It's James Fetzer. Exposing falsehoods and revealing truths, and this is right up my alley, because as I just said before, I've got a few people in my comments who are, those people who just they don't put their common sense thinking caps on. They don't like to think. They like to be fed information, and they don't like to critically think about anything. They just like to get fed information, sit there and say, oh yeah, that sounds about right. Instead of thinking critically about anything and putting your mind to use, putting your brain to work, and really trying to, look at things and figure things out for yourself, not be told by somebody else what happened, and then just say, oh, that makes sense, and then and now that's what you think too, because somebody else said it. No, let's go in with an unbiased opinion and say, okay, let's see what happened here. And then you dig and you figure out yourself what you think happened, not what somebody else told you happened. That's what I like to do, and that's what I like to share with you guys that you should also do. Let's check out this website here. James Fetzer, Exposing Falsehoods and Revealing Truths. Nashville explosion was actually a missile strike, and the target was the AT&T NSA hardened switching facility spy hub. So yes, guys, I also did hear that it wasn't just the AT&T building that was the target. There was also an NSA building right next to the AT&T building. So here, as you can see, here's the first picture here. Nashville explosion was actually a missile strike, and the target was the AT&T NSA hardened switch facility spy hub. So, Mike Adams, who's the editor, said, this looks right to me where the 1995 Oklahoma City Marab building bombing followed a similar script where the fertilizer bomb in the truck allegedly driven by Timothy McVeigh was a distraction from the far more massive demolitions that were used to destroy the building. This guy whose RV has features that appear to distinguish it from the one that exploded, including its color, seems to be just another patsy, and where the 1995 event was staged to remove vast files implicating then Governor Bill Clinton in the drug dealing in Mena, Arkansas. Several parallels here. Natural news. We now have video evidence that an incoming missile initiated the explosion in Nashville. Remember, I just shot a video and I just showed you guys that it did not seem like the RV was the blast of that explosion. Now we have video evidence that it was an incoming missile initiated the explosion in Nashville. The following skyline video embedded below shows quite clearly an incoming missile trail immediately before the explosion. We also now know that the location, which was blurred out by Google Street Maps, housed the AT&T NSA router complex, which allows the NSA to spy on all phone conversations and phone texts of anyone using the AT&T network. The Intercept article, The Wiretap Rooms, explains this existence of hidden NSA spy hubs all across America. The former owner of the building, reportedly Cerberus Capital, I tied this all together for you guys, which is tied to Yabutsadeh, which acquired some ownership of Dominion Voting Systems. I tied this all together for you guys about 4 videos ago. You can go back and watch it. Various internet analysts say the blast appears to have been intended to halt a Dominion voting machines audit that was about to take place in the building as well, although that has not yet been confirmed. Again, guys, none of this is confirmed, but I'm just bringing it to your attention that this is going on. This incoming missile proves that this was a military... Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forget my computer is touchscreen sometimes, and I touch the screen. And then, okay, so here we go. Following screenshots from the video below show the incoming missile trail, meaning this was a military operation and the missile was fired from an aircraft. Okay. Now, it's very hard to see, guys. Okay? It's very hard to see, but right here, you can see there's a tail of something here, okay? What looks to be a missile. And then it says, and here's about a second later that the missile tail is disappearing from top to bottom, indicating the missile is moving from the sky to the ground. See, now it's only about down here. It's very hard to see, guys. So and this is getting very conspiratorial, and I hate to even use that word because, like, this could be anything, okay? This could be anything. But this is very, very weird. Okay, so we're going to go back up. We're going to look right here. Right where my cursor is. Okay, you see that? And then we're going to go back down now to the next photo. And it's shorter now, so it looks like it's falling from the sky. And then boom, there's the explosion. So it says you can see the video here yourself until YouTube scrubs it, but this is not a video. And I also showed you guys how this was blurred out in about 4 videos ago. And then let's check this out, guys.
All right, welcome to this.
It's like an hour long, so I'm going to fast forward to where he's talking about Nashville.
Glass blown out of windows, but the buildings were all intact. And remember when they told us about enemy occupation? The CCP controls the censorship algorithms of big tech. So communist China is blocking Americans from talking about rallying in support of their own president. I mean, imagine that. That is an act of war. I mean, that's treason against America right there. Trump should seize the tech companies immediately and shut them down and arrest their CEOs, as I've said many times. But this is just another example of why that needs to happen. Also, if you don't go, then what you can do.
I'm just trying to get to Nashville here, guys.
Explosion took out the AT&T switching center with all the antennas on the roof, you know, and the point-to-point radio dishes talking to their backhaul bandwidth. And basically it took out AT&T services for something like a 180-mile radius. Basically, they took out AT&T for Nashville. One RV bomb. And I looked at that bomb. I looked at the footage. It didn't even look like that big of a bomb. Frankly, it wasn't that big of a bomb. I don't know how to describe it, but I mean, there was glass blown out of windows, but the buildings were all intact. And remember when they told us about Oklahoma City years ago in the 90s, they said, oh, that bomb, that what was it, a Ryder truck bomb? They said that took out the whole front of the government building there in Oklahoma City. What was that, the FBI building or whatever?
You know what's
Of
funny,
course,
guys?
that was a lot.
And one thing I want to say is first of all these people that keep coming out and saying, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're a conspiracy theorist." Stop. Just take what you're told. Sit down, shut up, and accept it. You're a conspiracy theorist if you don't do that. But you know what just blows my mind is these people who say that we're conspiracy theorists can't realize that every explosion that takes place is in front or near some important FBI, federal fucking government building that seems to it's about to be investigated or something. Some investigation's about to happen with it, or they need to get some fucking secret thing out of it. You dummies. Like, how stupid do you have to be to not realize what's going on? How naive and dumb do you have to be to not realize what's happening? Every explosion that happens that's massive like this is in front of some fucking federal building, some building that's about to be knocked off, that, you know, there's something important inside of it, or it's tied, or we can tie it back to the government, or we can tie, like, how dumb do you must have to be? Coincidences are not that crazy. I don't believe in coincidences, first of all. But it's like every explosion, it's like, oh yeah, it was near the FBI building, or it was near the AT&T building that used to be owned by the same people that bought Dominion. It's like, now we got the feds in there running around corrupting everything, and it's just, I mean, these people are just so dumb. And it just blows my mind. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. I mean, you're just so dumb. Okay, guys. But anyway, I just wanted you to hear a little bit of that.
Lie too. That was all done with explosives that were planted in the building. But time coming up with terror plots to frame or use or exploit other people to carry out the bombings that the FBI wants to carry out. Now, in many cases, most of the time, the FBI's terror plots turn out to be false. That is, fake explosives. So they'll have a van and it's wired up and it looks like it's real, you know, and they'll find some homeless guy on the street. Here's $50, drive the van. And then, you know, inside the van, there's blueprints. Oh, they're going to blow up a bridge in Cleveland. That was an actual plot. And they recruited 4 guys in Cleveland to jump in the van. And then they arrested them. So, we arrested terrorists.
Yeah, and they always find people that you know, are homeless or down on their luck or whatever, because then these people are going to turn around and say, no, this dude paid me to be in here. And they're going to be like, yeah, we don't believe you, dude. We don't believe you. Anyway, guys, this is just crazy. So I'm gonna keep updating you on more information that comes out. I wanted you guys to see this. Thank you. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I will check you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, if there is nothing new breaking before then. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out, y'all.